So we're just here with Aashish Chanana. How are you?
Good, how are you?
So you're a director, writer, producer, photographer. You do it all. What motivates you?
So people in our industry, like me and so many others, none of us are normal. You know, we're always looking at stories that inspire us, people that inspire us, looks, locations. I see a beautiful person, I want to make that person look more prettier. I see a beautiful location, I want to make the location look more prettier. And the same goes for a story. If something inspires me, I want to tell it better.
So tell us about your hard-hitting subject, AFREEN.
AFREEN is a true story. It deals with two mindsets. It deals with the Muslim mindset and the American, so-called American mindset.
When you can't find purpose or meaning in life, the only thing to look forward to is death.
AFREEN, as such, you know, she represents the audience. She represents you, she represents me, she represents us, who doesn't know who's right.
Happy birthday.
50 people shot dead.
I require someone who would sacrifice the entire world for this cause.
So it covers all the negatives. We talk about situations and we talk about a few solutions.
So you have just won a bunch of awards, international, from all over the world, for this movie, AFREEN. How does it feel?
At the end of the day, it's encouraging because I don't think I've ever won awards, or at least never really won any significant awards. And I hope my next films get me such encouragement even more.
What was the passion behind doing something so controversial?
As a filmmaker, you always want to tell a story. And the way I look at it, it has to bother me. It has to trouble me. Stuff that's happening, unfortunately, all over the world. There's so much that bothers you. It does bother you when you see people getting killed. It doesn't matter what race they are. It doesn't matter where they're getting killed. And when these things start bothering you, you want to do something about it. All said and done is a very small, contribution to this situation. We've just worked hard to tell a story, and I hope that it inspires other people, other storytellers, to tell more stories about these situations.
And you have another hard-hitting film on the horizon?
Kind of in continuation of what I was saying, when things bother you, another thing that's been bothering me, which is, I believe now, the biggest crime in the world, way bigger than even drugs, is human trafficking, sex trafficking. So that's my next film all about. It starts in New York in the fashion industry, and it goes all over Europe, and finally we climax in Thailand. I think and I hope that it's going to touch a lot of people. It's going to tell a lot of people stuff that people don't know about. It will bother people enough to want to do something.
Okay, so to get to know you, Aashish, a little bit more, we're going to ask you some random quick questions. So the first question is, what is your mantra and driving force?
Love. That's probably what it is. So whatever I do, if I don't do it with enough passion, I'd rather not do it.
At what age did you know that you wanted to be in the movie industry? Was there a moment?
You know, when I was a kid, and actually my school friends would totally vouch for that, because when I was in, I think, the 10th grade, I would bring my friends over, and I had these cameras, which they used to look like huge cameras, and I used to be the actor, and I'll have somebody hold the camera, and and they still remind me of that all the time. So I guess I always wanted to be in the movies.
Do you have any advice for anyone that's young and has no experience, and they're like, I want to do what Aashish does? Where would they begin?
Well, I think, if you have the right drive and you're passionate and you're focused and you are a die-hard dreamer, then you can do anything you want in life. be it movies, be whatever. Just keep focused and keep, just never say never.
So if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
I mean, I like most parts of the world for some reason or the other, but I would think I'd put Alberta on the top, Lake Louise, Banff, and Switzerland, Schildhorn and Jungfrau. Not only they are the top peaks of Europe, but I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for answering all these questions, and I really look forward to watching AFREEN.
Thank you.